Hello, my name is Keir and I'm here to talk to DIFFUS about my music. I think it must have been maybe about a couple of years ago. I'd written like a couple of songs. I was in bands before and then decided I want to do my own thing, make songs myself and then start afresh, you know, rather than being maybe some punk bands or some different stuff. I studied at BIM in Bristol. I think much like any course, there's of course going to be parts that you love and parts that you don't love so much, and that's just like part of life. But I think at the time maybe it was probably just a bad idea for me to go to university. You know, I was very annoyed with authority. But I learned so much, and I'm so happy that I went because I'd never met other musicians. I grew up in a very small town, so for me it was amazing to be surrounded by people who were also obsessed with music. Yeah, that was just a huge opportunity. We were just so grateful to be allowed into a place like Maida Vale, you know. It was a really, really big step, and yeah, really grateful to the UK BBC Introducing guys. We played there, we played a couple of tracks. I think we ended up using some of the original recordings to then use for release, you know. Yeah, it was a really, really amazing thing for me because David Bowie, the Beatles, you know, this place in the air is, you know, magic. It's one thing to maybe build a song in a room and feel yourself like it's something you're proud of, but it's a totally different thing to then communicate that to people. I love to see that process because it's like the birth of a strange child, and then you have to release it and, you know, try and express that. I grew up with a lot of pop music. You always remember your first CD, and I think mine, yeah, was Enrique Iglesias' Hero, because I love the melody, and as cheesy as it is, you know, that was the first song that I was really into. I don't think I sang it anywhere, maybe just in my room. From what I can tell from talking to my mum and my dad, I think, to be honest, I was the kind of nightmare child who was constantly performing. I have two brothers, but I think, because I was the firstborn maybe, I was just like constantly being ridiculous, outrageous. I think it was always there. As I became more and more obsessed with music, any place where I could perform on stage, school talent contests, you know, just silly stuff, but I really, very early on, I really saw the thrill. The most important element of the songs is that I have to believe in it to 1000%, otherwise, you know, it's okay, we don't have to use these chords, we don't have to use this melody, we don't have to use these words, because for me there's no point unless I absolutely feel like there's something like special. Even if it's selfishly only me finding something special, you know, I play it to someone else and they're like, I don't know. That's fine, but I have to really think that there's something that I'm getting here, something indescribable, but as long as that's there, that's the main thing. I've always played with Kyle, drumming in the band, and Rudy and Joe and Ben, we write together all the time, and they're really important. Yeah, they're just amazing players, and it's important to have people who are honest, extremely honest with you. I think with Shiver, it was very improvised, recorded as we wrote it, kind of thing. A really interesting way to build songs is to not overthink things. And with Shiver, like, we were just messing around, like at my friend's place, in the kitchen, just like messing around, listening to some songs. Started playing around with a few things, and without even meaning to really overthink anything, we just started writing this thing. So I think it was kind of improvised. That is the songwriting process in a strange way. Improvised, and then it's done, and you have to then perhaps learn your improvised thing because it's an actual song. Especially today, I don't subscribe to genre so much, really. You love the things you love, David Bowie, Aretha Franklin, Prince. You can love all of this stuff, and you can listen to it and engage with it and build your own, I don't know, tapestry of all of this listened stuff and make your own thing. Obviously, I don't speak German, so I was so confused. But we were in the middle of the take, I'm not sure where we were, and everything's set up and we're going, and then I was like in the zone, trying to, you know, do my thing, and just saw this really angry guy in a kind of small, like a golf cart coming down, and he's like red face, like this, and I'm like, okay, I can't, we've got an issue. And he just started shouting, and I think he just wasn't very happy. I was scared. we just ran away. But luckily we already had what we needed.